Welcome back to the outside world, outside of my house. Oh, it's just started raining. I have timed this so well. What I'm going to show you guys is what my uncle has done for the holiday let on the front of the holiday let. So he built this planter for my mum. This is basically hiding some of the pipework at the back. We have some roses, whatever that bushy plant thing is, I'm not really sure. Some lavender. These are annuals. They come up like twice a month and then die back and then come back again. Whether they are. Anyway, that's them. And then we have some rosemary, and that's another rose, but it's like a flat rose, so there's no thorns or anything, so that no one can get caught if they go past it. This is the front of the holiday cottage. So we have another rose there, that's a traditional red. More lavenders. More heathers, heather at the side there. This is like a draping plant which will eventually bush out and drape over. That's a multicoloured mini bush. And then over here we have a red acer. I can't remember what these are at the back. That's my mum's favourite plants. Daffodils maybe? Or daisies? It's something like that, I'm not sure. And then we have another like high draping one here. So yeah, this is what my uncle was working on basically all the time yesterday. I really like it. It was also to combat the nest that's above there, which has the birdies in it, and they do like, pooping on everything. He's also rebuilt the step. I actually quite like these steps. So this is slate. It's the 2 spits of slate we had from the garden. I just love that we're now reusing materials rather than buying new, so I'm like really happy. Right, the holiday let. I haven't been in here for a while, so hopefully I remember what's been done and what's not. There's a funny smell in here, so I think something's drying. The hole is now boarded. The blue grit is in preparation for plaster. You don't need to blue grit plasterboard though. This is plasterboarded already. Door frames in, which I think you guys already knew. This room's been completely plastered. This is the new bedroom, so the doorway is no longer there. It's gone. Bye bye door. So yeah, this is ready for painting this room. I said that's their own electrical box, so that if the power in here goes out, it doesn't affect the main house and vice versa. These are some of the pipes I think for the kitchen. The kitchen's not due to arrive until the 27th of this month, so we're not too far away now. But what I really want to show you guys is the finished bathroom. I do believe this is completely finished. And I actually haven't been in here yet. Oh my god, there is a very large spider on the ceiling. How? How have you gotten there? Whatever. Okay, so I was going to go in here. I am now, not. Because I don't like spiders. But this is the finished shower. I mean, obviously it needs cleaning, which no doubt is my mum's job. But he's tiled the floors, so these are the tiles going on the doorway. These are the sandstone tiles, so you will be seeing a lot more of these sandstone tiles because they are literally all the way through the holiday let and through the hallway in the main house as well. So yeah, they will literally be everywhere. And then we have sort of like wavy tiles at the back. Then this is the sink that my uncle's gone and got, with more wavy tiles, which I don't think that's actually been put in yet, so I won't touch it. Oh, there's 2 spiders. Oh my gosh. And there is actually a hole there which explains where the spiders have come from. So that must be for the vent, which isn't in here at the moment. And then I said, yeah, the toilet's in. And that's what he's done to hide the pipework. I actually quite like the metal strip he's put at the top of it. And this is definitely where the funny smell's coming from, so something's definitely drying in there. So yeah, I'll try not to walk on anything just in case it's the tiles. But yeah, that's finished, pretty much. So that's like a good week's worth of work, maybe 2 weeks now, just for that room. I said he's still got the rest of the holiday let to do, and then once he's done this holiday let, we are moving. If I have my way, which I'm going to be a little bit antsy about, the 2 pink couches are coming in here, the 2 pink chairs, because we're now having arguments over what's being furnished where, so I'm kind of putting my foot down a little bit. We're not buying anything, because at the end of the day, it's my mum's house. and my mum should have the final say. So we're not being talked into anything else, which is leading to arguments. So for now we're going working with what we got. So the two pink Texas chairs we have are going to go there, and then my mum's bed is being dismantled and coming down into that bedroom to be used in there. My mum is then taking the bed that I am currently sleeping in, and the idea is that my bedroom upstairs will be done in that time, so I can build my bed and officially move into my new room. Whether that will actually happen or not is another story entirely. But anyway, that's where we're at right now. The Tylers are back again today, so they're doing the living room, so I'm just trying to stay out of the way. The chickens are out and healthy and chickening. There's Coco. Coco's our resident explorer at the moment. Percy has become broody, and so has Macaroon, and Kiki, I think, is the other one that's not been out for a while. So they've all joined Pissy Chicken Suki in the hutch of no return, and they don't leave at the moment. Hello, you. The chickens have been really naughty. They do keep going into the holiday let. I do like the fact that Coco seems to just follow me everywhere. Like, she's literally like running after me. Go, go, go. Go, go, go. And they say you can't train chickens. Look at this. Go, go, go. I'm walking my chicken. It's the best thing. Another side annoyance, we've got another rat. We've narrowed it down to the logs at the back of the decking. Unfortunately, they're perfect nesting material, so I'm hoping to get my brother here and he'll help us move them, because we can't have them coming up to the decking. We eat on the decking every time there's a sunny day, and we just can't have the infestations. We've already had a really close call with one of our cats that got into a fight with one of them. Yeah, it's just the cost of getting shots for the cats now. It's just getting it's a bit too much, but we'll get them, because like we're a bit anal about our cats. They will be perfectly healthy. But yeah, I mean, obviously the rats are a problem for the chickens as well, so, and they do, as you see, they're free range, so I don't want to restrict the chickens just because we've got a nest of rats. So yeah, the rats are gonna go again. But yeah, we'll see about getting a bigger cage, see if we can't trap and release first. I don't like having to poison them, but you know. Though to be fair, the last two rats got taken by the hawk anyway. Anytime they go into that little bit square field there, the hawk and the kite just get and off they go with the rats. Nice juicy meal. But yeah, anyway, I think that's just life for like farming areas. It's just, you know, the thing. So we've moved a lot of plants, as you see. We've actually got some in now, so there's less dying, but we've had some great successes as well. Can't show you the blueberries because me and my mum have eaten them all. But this is our little red currant bush. Very happy with the amount of red currants we've gotten on this thing. Considering it's in a pot on a table and it is not planted, we were a bit worried about it, to be honest. But the tree's doing well down here as well, and so are some of the smaller bushes. Just that rose is really struggling. It's really struggling, that one. It might need help. And that tree's doing sort of okay, but this one's doing much better. And this is the apple, so that one's just a regular, like, bushy tree that goes bright red in the autumn months, so it'll look really nice. The trees at the top, however, which are up there, they are struggling like mad. We had, 34 degrees, and they just burnt. They all fried, so we're desperate trying to save them. Thankfully, we had a thunderstorm yesterday, it was a cracking thunderstorm. It was great. Absolutely chucked it down. But it was really warm. It was 27 degrees. I love that kind of weather. It's great. But it's watered the entire garden for us, so we're a bit less stressed. Stop huffing up, Coco. I'm not ignoring you. She pecks my shoes whenever I ignore her. And Bertha's coming now. It's like... Oh yeah, but Coco likes it when I feed her these. So I've been giving her some of the smaller berries. They're okay for them, so... As long as it's just a treat.
And they also go into the grass here because there's like spiders and things, which, great, you know how much I hate spiders, they can eat them. Anyway, I feel like there's so much that's going on, but it doesn't look like a lot of progress, but it genuinely is. But like I mean obviously like the past few days have been extremely warm, so when we had what was it got up to 37 degrees, something like that down here. So I was at White Sands Bay because there was no way in hell I was working in 37 degrees. No, it was only supposed to be 34 as well. It was 34 here in Cardigan, and then we just went down south because we were like, well, bigger beaches down south. I'm sure everybody will do the same thing. I was really worried about going to White Sands because it's the most popular beach, but then it's not tourist season, so it was really empty. A couple of the surf schools were in, but again, because there's no kids, it's all adults. We kind of like, everyone kind of followed the rules to a point, which basically means you had no surfers like ramming into the back of your head suddenly, which is really nice. Yeah, I would recommend, if you've never gone to one of the surfing beaches before and you want to try something like surfing or bodyboarding, if you're surfing, just sign up to one of the schools. They're dead cheap, and you'll be protected as well by the school, so you're not going to get like rammed by any of the other surfers or anyone like that's not being courteous. If you're bodyboarding though, it's best to stay on the edge of the surfing area between the surfers and the swimmers. So I usually go between the flags, which is the black and yellow checks, which is for the surfers, and then the red and yellow, which is for the swimmers. Like, now normally people don't follow the rules, so you kind of have to play it by ear, but it is best to go between the two flags, and then if you can find other bodyboarders, to like place yourself in the middle, because then you're kind of protected on either side. With White Sands Bay as well, you can just wait for the waves to get to your section because they always go across the beach. So you might have to wait for like 10 minutes for the next set of waves to come through if you don't fancy moving up and down. But it's worth the wait. Like, you don't get harassed, you won't get whacked by anybody else's board, and you can have a good time at the end of the day. So I killed like 4.5 hours surfing, something like that. I did take 3 waves to the chest though. I was like, fuck. And that was during high tide as well, which was really stupid of me. But I wasn't in the right position for the first wave, so I ducked under it and I didn't see the 2 right behind it. Got whacked in the chest and then whacked in the face. Great. I have a wonderful colourful line of bruises, which is why I'm also doing nothing today. I literally couldn't breathe yesterday. It's like, oh, it's the worst place to get bruises around your chest. Like, no thanks. Anyway, as I say, it was self-inflicted and I enjoyed it, so whatever. But yeah, it just meant that I didn't do any work here. I literally haven't done any work for a while actually. I'm really lazy when it comes to hot weather. I just want to sleep. Like, I'm only honestly out of bed today because it's actually colder. It's 14 degrees this morning, which is like a surprise. It's a shock to go from 27 to 14. Like, whoa. But yeah, it's going to heat back up towards the end of the week again, so hopefully we'll get a warm August. But yeah. I know my uncle's been whinging at me about the amount of work I have not done, but hey ho, what can I say? Yeah. My room is nearly there. And he did promise to do the wallpapering with me, so I know that the wallpapering is next, so we might end up doing that tomorrow. It depends. I know. I'm not pushing for it anymore. I'm just like, if it happens, it happens. If it doesn't, I'll do it with my mother later, when I can be asked. Oh god. On that note, I don't actually know if I am going to be able to keep doing 2 videos a week, because as I said, we are slowing down now. It just literally depends on the amount of content I have for you. I don't really want to be showing you guys every little like nitpick piece like here and there. I want to show you when there's like actual visual progress. Like I said, the completed bathroom and the completed front of the house, like that I feel like is more of a big reveal than just showing you guys little bits and pieces as the rooms are going along. So yeah, I don't know, we'll see. As soon as my bedroom's ready, I'm going to clear out my office of all the stuff, and then hopefully get into a couple of gaming videos again. I don't know, we'll see how it goes. I've sort of been leaning towards it on some of the colder days out here when there's nothing to do, but the internet's a bit spotty at the moment. Anytime someone uses a high-end power tool, it just goes off. So yeah, it might have to be a day when the workers aren't here. But we've got pretty good soundproofing upstairs now, so yeah, we'll see how it goes. It's getting interesting. Is there anything else? Yes, there is. You see, a lot has happened. We're also thinking of switching a cruise out, which I've been talking to my mum for about a month now, to be honest. The cruise we're on right now is it's a cold cruise. Well, I'd call it a cold cruise, you know. So it's exploring up north to see some ice caves and what we hoped was the Northern Lights. But obviously you can't predict the Northern Lights, and my mum was worried that if we're going to do a cruise, she really wants to, she wants the guarantee that we're going to see everything that we're paying for. So we've actually switched now. Well, we're thinking of switching the cruise to a summer cruise, a hot one, that will deal with the Spanish islands. Is it the Spanish islands? Tenerife and the other ones. Oh dear, my head just doesn't like those words for some reason. But the Tenerife set of islands, I only remember Tenerife because I've been before. But yeah, it's the same. It's literally the same cruise. It's just opposite end. So we were hoping to speak to the cruise line and literally just switch ships. Because the other problem with that one that's coming in the north is it's outside of tourist season. And while that means we could get a pet sitter for the cats, my auntie actually asked us if we would move to a cruise that covered the holiday season for kids, so that she could come down and have a holiday with the twins whilst we were on the cruise. And I feel a lot better leaving our cats and pets with my auntie than I do with a stranger, even if they are vetted by a pet sitting website. It's we have a lot of animals here, and we really don't want to lose any of them. And we don't want them to be stressed as well. And our cats do get stressed so easily with new people. So yeah, it just makes sense to switch the cruise. The only downside is that we don't know if we're going to lose our deposit or not. I hope not. I'm expecting but I mean, we're actually going for a cheaper cruise as well, because it's not they don't have a luxury one on for the dates we want, so we're going for I wouldn't say bog standard because it's not. It's I don't even know what to call it, because the luxury one's an all-inclusive yada yada yada. This one's not. You have to pick and choose little extras to pay for. But to be honest, we added it all up and it's it's still coming out cheaper than the one we went for. So, and it's a full 14 days and we're actually visiting more islands than we would if we did the north one. So it just makes more sense to go for that one. We were literally just debating whether my mum could handle the heat or not. But she did okay. And we are going to be on a boat with pools and indoor areas that have air conditioning. So now it's literally just finding a cabin that has 2 beds and not a large double, which I get why, but they must have a cabin that has single beds and a balcony, because I get seasick. So I'm just I need to see the ocean. I don't know how that works, but if I see the ocean I don't get sick. If I don't see the ocean I get sick. How does that work? Anyway, whatever. So that's the only other major change. Our holiday's still the same. We're still trying to finish the house for that date, because it's supposed to be, that's the achievement, isn't it? That's the prize for achieving the house. But we're kind of coming to accept that this house is just going to take a really long time. We have picked one hell of a project. And if we don't slow it down, then the money's going to run out before we finish, and then we're just not in a good place. So yeah, it's what it is. I really admire people that do this for a living, because bloody hell. It's not easy. It's not as easy as the shows make it look. I mean, the hardest thing is just not getting screwed over, to be frankly honest. Finding a team that not only does the work but turns up on time and doesn't overcharge you. Bloody hell. You're jumping through 10,000 hoops, and it does take a really long time to find someone decent. And then when you find them, you've got to hold on to them. Oh, but yeah, anyway, as I said, we've pushed most of the work onto family now, and family's much more reliable. So, but yeah. Right, I didn't mean to turn that into literally a 20-minute rant, but that is basically what I've just done. So I'm going to disappear. I will see you guys with another video, maybe next week, maybe the week after. I don't know. I'm going to chill the F out and stop stressing about it. Video is a video. It will appear or it will not. Unless you guys really do want like 3-minute videos on every little thing that we're doing. I mean, I don't know. My 3-minute video on the bath being turned on did rather well. Who knows why. But, you know, whatever. Let me know. I don't. We'll just see what happens. Winning.